Exactly.
Yes,
They were not listening.
Number one, they weren't listening. So let me be calm, since people want me to be calm.
Calm one, calm.
How is it? Okay, Futhi, I'm going to base it on very, very personal perspective.
Yes.
If my mother, being married to my dad when she was, if my mother had made my father her everything, we would be broken kids. Oof. We would be broken children. My brothers would be wayward, not knowing how to treat a woman. I would know how to love broken men and fix them because I'm Bob the Builder. But my mom decided she's not going to make umtana that's going to carry cement for a man and craft him. No, she's going to trip. Zumba.
Zumaya. Oh yeah, and that works, yo. It works, yo. It works, yo. Yo, guys, we are born. We're in the issues, guys, yo. Bunda the Shangani. Yo, I've missed y'all, man. And we missed here too, man. We are dripping today. We are saucing, yo. We are born, and I'm like, I had drip.
Event is 20 rand. We are glowing.
Why wow.
And you know, I forgot to even like take the chains. Can we fuck the chains?
Yes, in the mickle.
Yeah, man. You know,
you put them in your pocket.
Yeah, man. Because obviously, and thing is, and then like yeah,
Suguma Olympics. Yabona imali zenu siyabonga.
Nisupport man. Sizothenga imoto man.
Fuck. I know, Nelejah, this might sound explicit. Yeah. I love how the chains are going through there. Yeah. But we are not there.
We can't help it if God decided to gift both of them.
Yes. Video, this is not Melinda.
It's not this is not who I am.
I'm not my breast. I'm not my dairy. She's not my dairy milk.
I am not my dairy, guys. I'm on my
yeah, bear with us, guys. We are busy. Hey, pela kumele silone yabo.
Saza zimbobo these days. Sesketching bobo manje.
Hey, sama bitching.
Lidi Vici nijwache.
We are bitches, man.
Why do we make up words on the show?
It's the issues.
How many times must Bunda explain the issues?
Honestly,
how many times?
It's paslaring.
It's passion,
guys. It's passion. It's passion.
On the episode that we recorded that got effed up, there's a word that he created there.
Yeah.
Yeah, who can it be? Who
else can make up? Anyways, guys, I'm back on the show just to address a few issues that I'm happy to have with the masses. I just need to I was told not to insult
retrenchment.
I was told not to insult anyone.
And apparently you must go soft on people.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't fight.
It's weird how they're asking me to go soft, which is something I completely understand. But this is asking someone who's completely passionate about everything she talks about. You guys are
that's my other thing. We're passionate about it.
I'm a very passionate person.
It's not a matter of being you know how some people when they raise their voices their point comes across.
It's ridiculous. It's not even
it doesn't work like that.
Even when I tried to be soft with them, it completely went over their heads. So I had to be a little hard this time.
Things they were focusing on something that they think it makes you understand.
The girls were covered in that episode.
The big balls.
Actually, those episodes are doing well, actually.
Like it's Nelejah just to quickly address, but quickly do it nicely.
We're gonna do the issues where the ending is.
I'm out.
Yeah. We're about to address and undress you.
No, because wow, I got my ass dragged. Yeah, but anyways.
We're mailing you.
We're mailing me.
How about Tumazana?
What is gold, babe?
Uzuzu lona uphindi lona makatsheli webenyathi msombo luka intombi yakwabani yakwaDemazane
Sham Ellie. Dun 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 dun. Sham Ellie. Nekhumbula Chameli? Akayazi.
I'm at 2000.
Yeah, guys. It's the Nyiko.
Oh, now you're forgetting me now. Stop this show. Stop this show now.
I said hi, God.
Your perfume I'll take it away.
It was wow.
Siyaxolisa.
Baba.
Back for another one, guys. The owner of the Bible. It is your voice of God. Back for another one.
The voice that makes you calm.
Bongama 20 Randi.
Yeah, hey.
Thank you for the support, guys. Really appreciate it. The reviews. Actually, Friday I got an official review of the event.
Yeah.
Understand? From Hot Seat Music, from
even
fellas joined, from many people. You understand? So I was like, I wanna grow this culture. You understand? When I inspire to other kids to
even the young kids were happy, man.
This, yeah.
Like, no, what's crazy? It didn't even look like fellas joined. Not that fellas joined.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
That's how it didn't look like Bisekas. I even told
it was very.
I'm like, it looks amazing. Like fellas joined can just flip on us and make.
You know what I love the most is how the people who were not there on Saturday came Sunday morning. They were like, "What was happening here?
Oh, shit.
Dog, it was mad. It was it was dirty." They were like,
because I also got reviews from a lot of parents actually congratulating us.
Yeah,
that is like really weird because it was overnight and we had Tabazal Banjani.
Yeah,
but a lot of parents were very proud of us.
That's great.
In 1 minute or 2 minutes, I wanna tell you what me and Bunda went through in the morning of Saturday.
To be honest, like, okay, I obviously very wanted this to happen, but in my head I was like, so very. It's like let's show like how it started,
there's a difference between Friday and Saturday, because there's a difference between day before and that Saturday. Understand? Friday I was like, we are doing this. I couldn't sleep, dog. Like at 3 o'clock, I'm out here looking at my phone. I'm like, today's D-Day today. Today's D-Day. It's happening. You understand? And in my mind, I'm like, how is Bunda gonna cope? Because
from
night shift. You understand? So when he gets home, I think he slept 2 hours. And I thought he was gonna sleep at work. You understand? Not that he's incompetent. There's no. You understand? So he couldn't sleep. So we changed the call time. Call time was supposed to be 7 o'clock. You understand? And then we changed it to like something 8, 9. So mang figala mangimfonela kantaka kavuki. You understand? Wavuka untanga ngazomlanda ngathi, dog, are we really doing this today? West part day before okay since uvango 6 West part. You understand? So okay so boy load shedding doing the things on us. You understand? And building up to the event, there was another event for
the West
Kings was hosting. There was gonna be Stokey, there was gonna be Angelic and everything. So Abazanga, no, they cancelled it. They postponed it to the end of this month, July. You understand? So we almost cancelled too.
Yeah.
But we're like, nah, dog, nah.
Let's do this. We're doing this.
Wake up in the morning, Masvuga, first stop. China Mall.
We went to China Mall.
Bought those yellow things, those wristbands, whatever.
And the tissues for the food.
And tissues of serviettes.
Tissues.
What the hell? Serviettes. You understand? Took a taxi, went to Koli, went to Park Station, Paga Station.
Alpha Butchery. Shout out to Alpha Butchery.
Shout out. You understand? Sapayara, Sapama Sauce, Yunkinto. And then we wrapped up everything. Newtown Junction, Satengizinto and everything. Sabuyekas. Then you went to fetch food. When you got sound, that's when it started kicking in with boy. And the thing is, we had plans for regenerator, but when the person was like, nah, dog, the generator is effed up and all those things. Imagine by 4 o'clock we don't have a generator. And electricity was meant to come back at that time.
Why?
I'm gonna come there. You understand? So mina ngiloko ngifonela abantu that I know. I even went to Facebook Marketplace, dog. Oh, some crazy prices, 2.8. Understand? Shout out to Mr. Roger. He was like, guys, find anywhere ngizwe keep imali. Mr. Roger. Yangithola. Nombabu mncane wakho Bunda, like he helped us with sound, dog. So now going to the haters. So mangimela lapha kwa fellas joint, I'm chilling there, understand? Trying to make sure, so that I can let people that this is happening, guys, whether I guess or not, it's happening. Ow, come this lady. Mara, alibonor la foster, why lisa vele cancel la foster? Yazi ngompega. Ngompega ngathi sisukokuqala wena. Mara asiyeke yazi ama files.
Yeah.
You understand? So there were others but yazi niyaforce no mungu akubuya ugesi abantu bazoayina nini ngithi dog I know groovists whether iron or not we make it happen sizo ayina ngompete siyo ayina ngematras so
it's winter, man. It's warm.
ubani uzokunaka ukuthi into ishwabeni whatever I mean dog. So the moment Chuck the gangster plugged that sound, that's when I was like, Yoko, you about
and we got the generator.
The woman to Bani.
Wow.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Chuck the gangster, our sound engineer, and Moses, Mr. Moses. Thank you to Mr. Moses too. You understand?
Darling.
Because the generator that we got, it's only a generator in the time moment. Brand new out of the box, but see, it's alangan bafit. You understand?
Look at you.
I'm worried that you Bunda utenge oil wrong because the pastor was like, yo dog, if you mess. Here's the thing. We are hosting an event, Yum Jive, but a pastor supports us, dog.
Pastor.
Do you understand? Pastor Brian. Do you understand?
And shout out to my dad because he's the one who.
Yeah, you understand? So, Sakwalisa funny story. Sakwalisa 600 rands. Full tank. Sakwalisa yonke. Okay, so we are 30 minutes later.
Do
you know me and Bunda, we ended up going to our accounts, bank accounts, keeping my look clean. I had to tell hip-hop artists that, guys, you can't perform because of technical issues and time also was a thing. Understand? Apparently, Omunye Uyegu Facebook story site was special up.
Are you kidding me?
And here's my thing, man. Mangba paila mapodlela. This is what I said, Mangba. Here's my thing now. You know why I'm disappointed.
He best not run into me in the street.
Bunda believes in that guy so much. Bunda loves his confidence, you understand? So I was sarcastic. I was like, guys, no dissing song, right? No beef song. They're like, nah, chill, is cool. And then later that Minamang Tinyalala in Tonam Sunday.
Yeah. Of course
you understand? He's like, yeah, F Bunda niggas are whack. The events
first of all,
we had celebrities there, bro.
I see the celebrity part. He's coming at what? Professional people. He's out here calling himself an artist, right? Now it's just come at him for 2 seconds. You call yourself an artist, yes, and I understand there were technicalities and things happen. But we cannot be people who can control everything. Dog, that's not fair for him to go and bash us like that. On top of that, for him to expect a level of professionalism from us is ridiculous. He's still coming up, and then he thinks that other people,
cool.
And then people are still going to look at his page and see how he'll handle things that won't happen the way he expects them to on the day.
And you don't think about the future.
You know, my thing is, Bunda can take you places, dog.
Wow.
You understand? Even if he doesn't take you places, at least he can unlock certain things in you. You understand? So, because in my mind, I was like, it's best I let DJs just perform because with DJs, you can get away with many things. You understand? Now imagine as a performer who perform staging.
And the mic.
In the midst of hip-hop dying. And then you wanna F up a staging. Because of our technical issue. I was like, I can't let that.
And that's even worse.
Look,
now.
you're even thinking about that. He's not there. You know, so I got to F whoever.
Kuma savings swam ngakhipha imali ukuba buy project to say sorry.
Like, and he still went and he did that.
And he still
just
went.
to show a level of
the other gents were chill because bazibonela ukuthi ama USB are ready. You understand? But shout out to
what
uncle,
we're going to do, Tandazo ukusebenza shaya amathambo lapha yasiphathi.
Another matter I wanna raise. When me and Bunda set a price here entry, there's a bad history of 50 rands like us. You understand? So I was like, let's make it 20. Still, people are negotiating.
Like, why? imagine, it's 20 rand, guys. I need to
20 rand.
It's choco.
It's 2 liter.
2 bankies. 2 bankies.
No, I understand. 2 liters and I 10 rand.
Go and return it, Joes.
Guys.
I know.
Ibanki 10 rand.
Mama, I transfer 5 rand.
You know, I felt so embarrassed for some other people.
Now, for some other people, I was like,
look at them, you're like, really?
you know what's my thing, Zuzu? You know what's my thing? E25. Payday, dog. Payday. Payday. Okay, others bahola last day. But there must be a 20 rands, dog.
There must be somewhere around.
It's not like we're living in a disadvantaged.
I remember another guy.
We are actually advantaged, eh?
Because I guess they were chilling.
We are privileged.
They were chilling. That time we're putting in the sound. You get me? So like it's chilling. Like I'm not very well chilling. This something. The whole day.
Oh my.
I'm like, but bro, I'm not that time being alone. Man, you need to say you. No, but wait, like you knew what is this gonna be an event and things. You get me? And then when like he looks at me, he thinks maybe I'm gonna be like again and I shut my thing. Wait, and then like he's like. Nah, come on, 20 rands, bro. But you know, and then after then, because I think there's some guy like paid for him and things, and then it's like, F you, what you doing? I was like, thank you, because he thought I was gonna like, maybe tell you. I was like, yeah. Oh, so down.
Here's my thing. Here's the moment people heard the generator. There are people that are minangatula. So that by the time we are done, they are already there.
You got Puma.
They understand. So, there were negative things, and at the same time, most of it was positive. I was happy.
Yeah.
Understand? The youth turnout was good.
Yes.
Understand?
The youth.
And okay, my mother was like, I think, when did that Enyobeni thing came? That Eastern Cape where 21 teenagers died. A week after,
yeah.
My mother was like, next time, guys, you host an event, please try find your own security.
Yeah.
Finding your own separate catering company.
Yeah. So like what happened there?
So, okay, apparently, the story is civil somewhere. Apparently, what happened was, it was a birthday celebration. I think it was the 21st, right? So first of all, it's a tavern, and tavern melugungen over 18, right?
Yes.
So already there's a 13-year-old. So the youngest person that died is 13, is a 13-year-old. The oldest is 17-year-old. You understand? So apparently, so these are apparent stories. Now the first alleged is apparently tear gas was sprayed. They say ama security wavimbela abantu utaphume. Abantu bebaphelelwa umoya. Many managed to escape, but they couldn't. And then there's chemical poisoning. I don't know what type, where did it come from exactly? I don't know whether is it alcohol or whatever, but police suggest that if it's alcohol or food, more people would have died or went to hospital or anything, you understand? So, Mina, here's my theory. Here's my theory. Is why specifically the ages of 13 to 17 succumb to this thing? Why? You understand? How come? I'm not saying an 18-year-old was supposed to die. I'm saying how? Why? You understand? On TikTok, there were suggestions. I know it's not proven things. It's just banter and stuff, speculations. Apparently, it was cults, satanic sacrifices. You understand? But still, it doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense. These are one of the cases that won't be cracked. Trust me.
Because sometimes with cults, especially because mostly they need young blood. That's why you get abantu who sacrifice maybe with their wombs. Because it's more powerful, because it's still fresh. Because like I'm not saying what's behind the count, but I was like, and a specific number? You get me? Like when you like
it was full. And my thing is the tavern is in trouble because there's eyewitnesses that are saying I'm a security as valeli minyang gutsingapumi. And there's only one door. In that place, in that whole entire place. You understand? So, dog, condolences to all the families, dog.
I think it was a cult.
What's up?
Oh no! I'm kidding.
It's a burn.
Yeah, guys. When it comes to the issues, I want to address, bro. And I want Nelejah to address also. But
because already, ne?
Yeah.
There's a video of you trending right now, another one, where you were like, we spoke about education, now, how our education system is effed up.
Yes.
So people are on your side, at least now.
Yeah.
I don't care. The thing is, it's not to say I don't care what people think. My opinions merely come from facts. It's what reality is, especially upon this thing of the marital side of it, right? People didn't even come at me for the points I was making. People were coming at me for being loud. Just to show you, ignorance is very much bliss.
Exactly. They were not listening.
Number one, they weren't listening. So let me be calm, since people want me to be calm.
Calm.
How is it? Okay, I'm going to base it on very, very personal perspective.
Yes.
If my mother, being married to my dad when she was, if my mother had made my father her everything, we would be broken kids. We would be broken children. My brothers would be wayward, not knowing how to treat a woman. I would know how to love broken men and fix them because I'm Bob the Builder. But my mom decided she's not going to make umtana that's going to carry cement for a man and craft him. No, she's going to build a child who's also going to be loved, reciprocated basically. That's what she was teaching us, leaving my father. Yes, of course she was married, because people like this whole marriage thing. Oh my God, it's glamorous.
That's another one.
It's another thing. So why is it that it's very bad that I was coming at you guys for not making them your everything? This is when you guys need to step back for 2 seconds. You guys are living in a fantasy world. I'm not sure which one it is, but I'm going to name it for you. Make-believe world. This is reality. People can wake up the next day and not love you the same. Like this person can decide to walk away from 25 years that you've built together, and you must be okay with that. Just of course it's oglimaza. But you also need to think, because my mom, the moment she had kids, she died. She lived for us now. That's what people forget. Uguti, my mother could have stayed because she loved my father. She told us a million times. That's why she married him in the first place, because umtandile, not because of the marriage. Just to show you, it was not about the venue. It was not about the dress she was wearing, because the dress she was wearing was made by my aunt. My mommy did not need many things to marry my father, but she needed a lot to walk away from him. Just to show you, her kids meant more than her marriage. Her kids meant more than her vows that she made in front of God. God, the moment these kids were born, you gave me a responsibility. The vows that I made in front of church, sorry, I have to break them just to make sure that my kids can live tomorrow as better human beings. So for you people to sit there and be like, when I was showing you reality is reality. So weird. Reality is reality. It is the weirdest thing, Guti. Somebody has to now, because you people had to understand, Guti, reality is the way people think. The way they feel is how they will treat you. The way they want to live their lives is the way they will live it, the way they want to. So now, for marriages, people need to know, Guti, sometimes, yes, this person will be in your life for 30 years, but it's not like they're going to be there forever. And it's not to say, Guti Laba, that have lost it forever. Your connection isn't great. Because people think that, the moment you get married, this person will become your forever. They are your eternity. No. Sometimes, Guti, maybe you made a mistake 15 years ago marrying the wrong person. Today, you meet the right one.
Indeed.
So for people to sit there and be like, but then she didn't need to say, Guti, your wife isn't your everything. For men who feel like their wives are their everything, kudos to you, my guy. You found the woman that made you feel like that. There are men who are trapped in their marriages. There are women who are trapped in their marriages. Sometimes they realize in the middle, this is not the person
who are trapped in their parents' marriage.
Seeing she's not living for her children, she's living for herself, still taking selfish reasons for her.
And then kids grow up and to see that actually now.
So now, what I was trying to merely base is, sometimes marriage isn't forever. Sometimes relationship isn't forever. Sometimes you meet this person and they're supposed to be there for a specific journey in your life. Maybe you were supposed to learn to become a mom. Then once you left him, you become a greater wife with someone who knows how to treat you like one. Say that first marriage that you had was a bust. Now you find a man who can actually treat you like a wife needs to be treated. Because you people forget, marriage is not the wedding that you decided to go and do at that church or that venue. Marriage is what you do every day after that. Every day after that is who you become. That's when you become a wife, not because you say I do at the wedding. In front of the pastor and in front of God.
People they don't even through the thick and the thin.
This is why I'm like to people, you cannot sit there and be like, thank you. For you not to base a point but bash is, for me, the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. The moment you bash somebody, make a stance point, back it up. Tell me why in Fanamatu. Tell me what in my phrasing implied that I was after people's men. Because I supported men who have friends. That's ridiculous. You have people out here living marriages who know Uti, my man has a female friend. It is like you people forget Uti, this man's respect and the way he's like respect for you is how he decides to treat you. Because people are thinking, thank you, because people are thinking, oh yeah, he holds your hand in front of thousands of people. What happens then?
Exactly.
What happens then? That's what they forget. So I'm like, okay, whoa, Dali. Since you're like, okay, it's all about glamour, all about, let's take away these lights.
It also applies to Bunda's video also when about education. Then someone says, Utom. Why Atom? Why Atom?
Because like, here's the thing. Like, Mina, and I said it also da. And when this, I will not expose a lot, but I'm exposing it.
Let's not.
Yeah, because here's one thing, guys, listen. Me now, because we now trended in this Mzansi Connect again and thing it, and this other cow, like, I'm like, oh, Kulungulu. That's why ignorance is bliss again.
It's great.
Gee, here's the thing. Giti, my whole family, it's education.
Intellect.
There's my babum Kuru, he has a PhD now. Yes, you get me? Dope. It's not wrong. I mean, I'm just saying, to us, you see, for them, it's an achievement, because plus now they're in those places and from the era they come from. Yes, it works for them. But for us now, have your degree. Start something with that. Don't be a slave of a company. We answer the Coca-Cola, and I once said this, let's say you're CEO of Coca-Cola, and then they just give you 5 million a month. Marwana, a day you're making them 50 million.
Exactly.
That's a peanut.
Yeah.
That's a peanut. It's 5 million.
It's not even peanuts, it's a peanut.
It's a peanut.
The 50 million you make them a day.
A day. Look at when you get it, a month.
Let's look at
a month. Why can't you use those skills in your own ish?
Yeah.
And then in your own ish, that's where you leave your legacy. That's what I meant.
You know what I mean? Because just to show you what Bunda's like building his legacy right now. Bunda is still called out in the streets, even if it's those minor people. Even when I tell people that I know Bunda, it's like, oh my God, I do know the guy from SAPC. Oh my God, yeah, I do know him. So for me, it's like Bunda's not doing it through education, because it's like people come at a lot of people for like, okay, you don't have a degree,
but if someone with a degree will think like that, I'm like, what?
Like you have a lot of people. I'm gonna make it a stance point. The billionaires in America, I'm not gonna name them one by one, because a lot of them grew up in families where they had a silver spoon. So of course, many of the things that would happen at an accelerated rate.
Yeah.
These people are on a degree, and a majority of them forget. A lot of us could not have had that happen for us, because maybe making an example for myself, I wasn't strong enough to have your scholarships and your whatevers, but I was strong enough to kick ass when I get there. So it was a matter of my mom having to now fork out the finances, but I'm the sole breadwinner at home, so they cannot be me paying my way through school and working at the same time. That cannot happen. So something must break for one to begin. So I had to put a hold on my school studies to make sure I was saying, hi, I get food. Then you get people coming and saying, why'd you leave? Thank you. Why'd you leave? Why'd you leave your school studies in the middle? My family would be starving if I didn't. You know,
what's the point? How am I going to study?
So now it's like, thank you. How am I going to study knowing which How
are you going to cope?
How am I going to cope? On top of that, my mother still has to figure out end of the month hey, tuition must be paid. Maybe I need to go away and get residential somewhere.
Exactly.
Maybe I don't have a college or a varsity nearby.
Textbooks.
They forget this. They think, because Abagini could pay your way through that degree, or you could work yourself through. We don't know how you did it, but it's not the same for everybody. That's when I was trying to tell people, your lives that you live are not the same as ours. You cannot expect the same A and B. Because
you get people who were like, no, we get you, Vele. You see, I appreciate the people who were like, yeah, we get you. Bro. Yeah, but when God blessed you with that talent of doing business and things, but other people can't get it through what you are doing.
Some careers
you get me? Yeah, I was like, I like them, because I'm like, here guys, let's not forget, we are interacting.
Thank you.
Even if I'm wrong at some point, I'm gonna say, I'm sorry,
call me
I'm
out
wrong. You get me?
But don't call them stupid.
Like, as myself, every day I'm learning. Like,
to support your statement, let me show you something. My mother works with people's privacy, whatever.
Oh, hey, I don't hear private parts.
Wow.
That's a guy.
Yeah.
So she tells us these stories, but she doesn't disclose names or anything.
Yeah.
She when she tells us these things, her aim is to motivate or whatever. You understand? She's like, there's this application she's working with. She works with houses, so obviously when you want a home loan, you need to give out everything. So it's like, there's this so every Friday Sivanala ma talk every day, but every Friday there's this talk that she will tell you about her week, because that's how we are with our family. We talk about everything. You understand? So she's like, one guy that stood for me actually since I arrived at that company since 2018. She's like, this guy doesn't have a degree, doesn't have matric, but he has the most successful tavern I've ever seen on paper. You understand? This guy qualifies to buy a house. This guy deposited 400,000 rands to buy a house.
Yeah.
You understand?
Just to show you.
No metric.
Well, like maybe your fucking signature.
No
for the
metric.
debts.
You understand? For those debts. You understand?
Yeah.
So me now what I was getting from those comments is you cannot make it without education. That's what I was getting.
Yeah,
it
that's what
literally
they are
makes
saying.
me so mad for people to say that. Not just Kati, our self-made billionaires and millionaires started
Elon
from
Musk.
nothing.
Exactly.
Guys, wait, can we not quote Elon? I'm not gonna bash the nigga, but can we not quote Elon? Because it's like taking, I'm sorry, you can't get a blueprint from someone else and then pay to invest in that blueprint, and then all of a sudden you're like the greatest thing on earth. Please do.
Okay,
But
Bill
it's
Gates.
okay.
I like originality. I love
and
start from scratch, you know.
And coming to the
Like
age,
it,
guys.
like it.
Okay, I see now it's getting late. I'm not saying it's getting, but like, here's the thing. Guys, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me.
Yes.
Like, guys, I don't know, man. Like, how would you feel like, you love this hand. Like, you really love
Here we
her.
go again.
Like, you really, really love her. You know, like, love. It's one thing. Gee, like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, I mean, I can do it. Because I know already, if I can fall there, I'll be nga. You see? But. So, what? Yeah, woman just saying no need.
Yes, but you love for the girl.
Yeah, the love for the girl and thing is, like, yo, Father Christmas. Yeah, but the girl tells me that I see you as a brother. And she told me this first when we went to a date, babe. Like, but I'm like, no, like, but let it sink in. I understand. And thing is, you get me? And then we started thinking is, have a great, one listen to like, and, I've never been in this situation. I had to get, not saying calling me Bunda much. And then, last time, like, I complimented her, and then I was like, cause my brother was getting married on Friday. We had to go to the home. So I told her, like I was with my brother because I was a witness in the court. And thing is, I felt so happy because, like, I was like, you get me? So he was like, oh man, that's great, man. At least there's people who still find love. I'm like, yeah, man, we will also find love. And I'm gonna prove to you that you get me. And then I made like, then she was like, okay. Now she's like, she's like, HG, but as I told you that I've never thought of you. Like, I understand what she's never thought of me and that. But I'm like, look, I understand, but remove that who is. Like, now I never thought I would. Like, now me very cool and Sunday. Like, I never thought I would date her. You get, like, it was not, but it's just that the thing is, and she, problem, I don't want to keep this, Mara.
So, Bunda, let me tell you. I wanna a friend zone, you can come back from friend zone. Family zone. I wanna why kibela le takes a family.
I just need to be very honest with him.
You are not coming back. I wanna when it reaches brother. I want a friend. You can try something.
I know.
I not family. Your brother. Boy.
See, like,
I'm not being negative or anything.
I've been through like a truckload of female friends, and I'm not sure if Zuzu and Pindi will agree with me. But when I don't want to say when we're not into a gent.
Yeah.
But if in one day to I guys and you eat love, it's so hard for her to take it out of inhliziyo yakhe ukuthi okay, let me look at him like that, yabo. Because even if we do, it's gonna become, even if she does give you is kati, or she gives you that thing.
Like even 2 years, I can wait for 2 years if like you gave me like.
So this is the problem with waiting. It worsens the thingy because at every chance you get, what you're gonna do is you're gonna slightly remark towards it. And for the thing is, it's the deflate part for me when you're like, she just went, that part for me.
Like, I
don't wanna lie. I put somebody in the friend zone and he swore me. Like straight up, like that's in some keeper no, and I didn't tell you I was like watching Pume, ufuna ukuthi ngife ngiphuma igazi. That's what happened. We were friends for a very long time. Siphuma kwindaba zama fitness chance.
You see what you're saying, very good. Once angakubonanga, because there's the thing. And she's like, bro, it's not selling.
And I don't want to give you that because hope is so good to have. Hope is so good to have, but at the same time, we must also give hope a sense of disappointment.
Yes, yeah.
Could happen.
Because I'm at it. Because here's the thing, ne? Here's the thing. Like with me, I don't want. Like me, I wanted to be single, well. Like even the whole day, even like next year. I wanted to be single. But my problem now is these girls who are throwing themselves to I. And mind you, it's about to get worse. Because this other, like Mr. Rovajane, he's like McBunda. You're gonna grow, and after performing, everyone will be wanting to. Cause and how you perform, like how do you expect? After how you performing,
but to revert a bit, I wanna go back to what you were saying. Boys, that you feel like are your brothers or friends, right? I heard this other granny speaking. Mina yazi khona abanye bogogo banokungizukela nje bangitshele about dog. So she's like, why are women so dumb? Not you, girl. Why are women so dumb? A few seconds. Why are women so dumb to see that a guy is good for them?
Okay, well,
instead, listen to me, Nelejah. I'm not saying all women. Don't worry.
No, I'm not even there. I'm not even on the channel.
So why are women so dumb, so difficult to see? Why do they find it so difficult to realize this is the right guy for me? They asked this other lady, Uti, why isn't this guy for you? He's too nice. I feel like I walk over him. And then this lady was like, right there, you are dumb. This guy is so good for you. You understand? So when ufunomuntu aggressive, this guy will treat you good, but ufunomuntu or mfethu. Come on, dog. Come on.
Can I tell you what the word settle is?
Okay.
Settle, like a settle. Like if ever somebody told you, let's think about a settlement. A settlement, it has the potential to be greater, but it decides to sit in its filth because it smelled it that long. That it just smells like perfume. That's what settlement is, right? So settlement is what a woman fears the most. And this is what happens when we date a guy we know for a fact doesn't. And I feel like I should set it on. I should make it like it's a cotton wool. Imagine the heart. Cotton wool filled with gasoline. And then you're the guy who's going to come with the matches. So you see that your matches is about to light up that cotton. It's just a creamer on the edge. Literally, that you understand? And unless you're about to go on my heart and set it on fire. So now
that's what you want.
Yes,
and that's what this is all about.
Let me go a bit deeper so you understand when this woman says, oh no, but pain, but why do you guys just go after pain and discomfort? See, what comfort does, it's boring. And we're gonna say why it's boring. Comfort is boring because comfort gives you comfort gives you a sense of what it thinks you want. That's what comfort does. It gives you what you think you want. But it doesn't give you what I feel like you need. Because I've come across people.
So need and want.
There's a need and a want, right? You need that flame, to be honest. You need that thing it's connected to the relationship. You need it, to be honest. You need that thing Man, you must, because a lot of people say it because they're like, Oh no, sometimes, you know, you meet somebody and they were your friend for so long and then you realize, no. It's not that she realized. It's because for 2 seconds, she actually paid attention to the flame that set her alight.
Yeah.
That's when she'll go, yo, but I remember that day I felt like, then she'll go back to how she felt that day. Yo, when he actually held me, I did feel something, but I just kind of put it in the back of my head because we've always viewed ourselves as, friends. Yeah. So what happens with women is, you get a lot of them. That's why I'm like, you can't base it on everybody. Because you get women that grew up with torture and only know that. So, Magafiga, the only way she knows how to love is into the shy. Some of them only feel it like that, bruh. And I thought it was crazy why women would sit within the shy. Yo, she also needs to, you get some of them that needed to go to therapy to actually realize that, this man hitting me was actually really bad. I don't deserve a love like this. Some woman lived in a cult for almost 26 years of her life. Didn't know she was in a cult until she got to varsity. But you go, no, bro, you don't do that as your family. No, when she got it investigated, she grew up in a cult. See what the mind does, it's crazy. It'll build a little comfort ball. No, I know love like this. So even if that guy is as sweet as rain, romantic as, more than magic night.
To add on this, because here's the thing, like, I don't blame, because sometimes when you speak, it's like, a lot of guys, like, because you would tell me, I've tried and then so it's like, manje, I come and here's
the fact.
And then, like, this person, I can't believe in love anymore. Like, what is no share,
it's worse with me.
Here's a fact. Proven and thought through by Keho.
Yes.
By the voice of God. I totally agree with myself.
Yes.
Good guys win at the end.
Yeah, okay.
They finished last, but then in the end.
I never understood that phrase. Never understood that phrase. I feel like there's a good guy in every guy. He just needs the right girl.
There's a good guy in every guy.
Yeah.
The right lady for that.
Yo, I have a sorry. The one. The one. So with him, he met this one girl. I promise you, it was like a flip of the switch. Next day, it is you pay until you pay. Like it's fine.
Yeah. It's what Steve Harvey would say.
You know,
guys do change, but there will be one woman.
It's the same. They'll change the same thing. Naya, there's that one girl who's like, I will never. I mean, I mean, I'm so bad.
Yes, out my kejile. Out my fagamazipu. You believe it.
And it's the same because there are some women where you're like, yo, Lona. I have friends that where I look at them and I'm like, show me chigi next week. Oh, show me there's this guy. Last week. There's some people are like that. So that's why I'm like,
I wanna also come to this. Yeah, I'm just glad with it adding to the topics is Donnie because it was this other time. Now getting to marriage, like I meet a lot of girls wanting to get married. Yes, like ever since and thing is, you get me. I'm like, hey, girls wanna get married, bro. Like especially our age group, 22, 21.
I'm so tired.
Even I too, bro. But here's the thing. Because coming to it, before we go to the marriage one, like there was one thing my dad was telling me, and then like we were thinking about like my other uncle and thing is like there's a cousin of mine like like she's like 26, but you get me? And imagine my father. It was like, sometimes girls bazombona kanjani amachita if uhlala endlini azivaleka. You need to go out, advertise yourself there. Sometimes you need to go and explore, know the world. You're gonna come back because now also himself he's learned now what we are seeing. Because man, is cool. We know what's right and wrong. Already the knowledge is built. We have the knowledge now. You get me? Now it's up to you. Whatever decision you're gonna do, you must know what's usfaga. You get me?
Yeah.
Because there's this thing I see in most like just let them around because like you just
because now our now is scopes the life now. Scope study guide.
And
now you need to know every day.
Because guys will tell and I love how you brothers, the brothers of our brothers and our cousins that are boys will come as if money blueprint as if they don't even know these guys are master manipulators. We bump into the dogs of the dogs out here. Niggas that will act like Mamela, I will marry you now. You commit my.
I won't lie in this one.
And you're still dragged. That's I'm
not
like.
even proud.
I don't want. I hate people going. No, certain men will act a certain way, and that's what you need to keep out for. No, every one of them, Dali, be it a cute face, ugly face, it's
Yellow,
fat, it's
bone,
thin,
bone.
yellow, dark, tall, thin, bonke. Anybody can hurt you, anyone, because people are selfish. Some of them will do things at the expense of your feelings, Daddy. At the expense.
It's like with you know how there's this thing you would see players whenever they settle, they don't settle with women that they are known to be dating with or be busy with. Understand? Not saying the woman is ugly, but we know that standard saga charo. But because now you settled, like we didn't expect that. You understand? So it didn't, in other words, it didn't take looks for this guy to change. It just took brains.
Because right now, I'm at a point whereby, like, okay, if the person is gonna be bonus, you get me?
I
mean, like, as long as looks if you can king me. If you can, like, you know, like already with me, because I want to ask you, why do you want to get married now? You get me? Because with me, here's the thing. Like, I'm good. I know what I want. You get me? I know where my life is going and things, and like my source, my yonki into my prayer and things. Like, yo, man. Even if alone, but I know, I know my base. So right now, I just want someone who's gonna titivate like you. Like, that's all. What do you have? I don't want money. I just want what God created you to be to a man.
For me.
That's what I want.
Hey, dog.
Yeah, because the only reason why I want to get like, I'm anxious. I'm an anxious person. I hate instability. I hate things that aren't consistent. I can't. So relationships for me are very inconsistent, very tedious and time wasting. True. And I bump into people that just want to be a thrill for the sheets. If I was looking for 2-minute thrill, I'll go pay for it. But as of right now, what I need is a person who can. I'm not asking you for forever. I'm asking you to keep it in mind, though, when you're trying to build anything with me. Because I don't expect for a man to lay next to me and think of the next 5 minutes. It's not going to be fair for my life. It seems like maybe
Nelejah can articulate this better, because she just said what I wanted to tell you last time. Making it a requirement to a guy. Like Steve was like,
go back to
the reason why you are not married and this guy is not thinking about marriage is two things. You didn't make it a requirement, or he's still trying to be stable.
It is, because for that, it's like, so there's so many men who could ask you to marry him and he's in an unstable part of his life. But there is a future he sees where he is going to put that ring on you in a very stable part of his life. So for him to put that ring on you is to show you good man. You get men who say it but don't show it. You can't tell me you love me and not make me feel it. It's ridiculous. So for me, why I wanted the whole marital status, I'm so tired of the hopping. Hop. 1 minute up, 1 minute up. I'd rather stay single until I find that stability.
People don't want to get. The only thing I hear is, you just want the easy way out, dog. That's just it.
Because most of them, the first thing they jump at is there's so much potential and so many people out there. My man, if I was looking for that so many people, the first thing I would have told you was I want to stay single. I want to be a bachelor. Because that's what I'm like to people. If you want to play around, if you want to come, but you want to taste this guy, you want to taste that guy, be single. Stop bringing people into a relationship and then expecting them to take that. Like men who sit there and go, and then I will leave you.
Because
you people forget, I did not marry you at the altar for everything that's to come many years from now. We married the commitment we were to make after that. Because people are that like but what if it doesn't happen? When we came to the altar, it's like we came together, like you came with your stuff, I came with my stuff. Whatever stems from there, we don't know. It's like a wildflower. You leave it in the garden, you don't know when it's going to sprout. But you leave it and you have faith. The food you're giving it, talking to the flower, putting it in the sun, it's all giving it the nutrients it needs. That is exactly what marriage is. You look at this man and you're like, look, this is the dream you want to build. This is the bricks that I have. Now I'm not bricking now, Togi. So I can give you. You can also give me. Because I hate that mentality where they're like, hey, the whole household is on the man. Whoa. Before. So, manje, what happens? I want my child, my daughter, to know, moms can make it, dad can make it. If dad can't make it, mom's got us. If mom can't make it, dad's got us. But either way, the house is standing with the parents both here as a nuclear.
If dad cannot buy bread, mom can.
Thank you.
And with me, why I would love to get married young, right, is because of love motivates me. I thought I was the only one. There's nothing that motivates me like love. I
me and Pindi love. I mean,
it motivates me. I would literally wake up in the morning because of love. I get so passionate that yes, please. So
inside joke.
It motivates me so much. Mangihambe emsebenzini ngiyazi ukuthi ngiyakhela ikusasa lethu. Ngakhela ikusasa lethu ukuthi yazi siphile kamnandi. That love motivates me. It electrifies me. Is that the word?
Yes, it electrifies me. Because what I'd love for my kids to do one day is to be like, yo, my dad loves my mom so much.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
They should see the motivation that I get from my spouse.
That's why I'm like, you see with my kids, bro, now I'm going to spank my wife in front of my kids.
Let's be like, mom, like dad, okay, dude, we get it, fam.
That's how we made you, boy. That's how we made you.
You're going to be such a good dad. You're going to be such a good dad. Where he's going to be like, dog, my dad just spanks my mom. Anyway, bruh. It's like, I get so uncomfortable. I have to move from the crowd. It's like, damn.
Yeah, move, nigga. What do you want to see?
That's the type of
wife. My husband.
Because the day he comes, because my grandmother, before she died, like, she had stage 4 cancer. The moment she got the diagnosis, I love her so much. We're at the hospital. She's like, oh, here didn't be phone. I'm sending to the cancer. How where did you go to the hospital so you can be okay? No, she came at us sending to the cancer. Then she's like, like, I don't care, guys. She's at the face of death, looking at death in the eye, going, I can't.
And guys, speaking of death, man, guys, we shouldn't be scared to die.
No way.
Because you're going home.
Let's evaluate, guys. Nothing lasts forever on earth.
True.
That's why love doesn't last.
That's why sometimes, but don't worry about tomorrow.
Yeah.
You get me? Live in that moment.
No, the thing is with us, we want to live at that moment, but we are restricted.
Yeah. Live in that moment because you don't know what tomorrow holds. Sometimes even living in that moment doesn't mean you go to baby. Living in that moment can help you achieve something that you were not even thinking.
What you're saying, Bunda. What you're saying, in terms of it's dog, live in the moment, but don't be reckless.
Love that.
Because you're gonna live in the moment and to 200 years, and then what you do when you are 50, you understand?
You see how he said it. I like how he said when you said who was 26 and they keep her closed off in the house. Né?
Yeah.
Yes, it's that. Yeah. What he's saying, okay, she's got 2 choices when she leaves the house, out of the clutches of the jail, out of it. She's got 2 choices. She could either be reckless with that freedom or smart. Yeah. So she could be like, okay, since Vele saying I could be somebody who is not, you can't touch me in my studio. Or I could be the village bicycle. She could turn into a person, I couldn't say, but I haven't had, I have one.
Yeah.
So that's why I was going,
doesn't that come with feeling like you have lost?
That's why I'm like, it depends on her brain, like her mentality.
But the thing is, they've controlled her brain to a certain dilemma, right?
Yeah,
but there's 2 ways to
that's what I'm telling you.
Experiencing things.
Because the thing is,
I want to taste that. how are you gonna taste it and how much of it are you gonna taste it?
And at the same time, I guess you have
but you're not knowledge about how to.
Yes, I need to beg.
Who's knowledge?
Say.
What I was saying, no one. I get kumuntu petty textbook or the only textbook of life. Bible.
Come, let's give it an example.
We interpret it differently.
Come, let's give it an example, like what Zuzu's trying to get at, and I like that she's going at that. Okay, whoa. What could happen if endingly they've influenced her to think a certain way? That's what I'm saying. Then she gets into the world. What happens in the world? She's met 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. Ne? I'm reckless. He's most church. Maybe Pindina, most of my drugs. Maybe now we or say no. But she's now influenced with all of these people. Then she'll remember. If I go and party like her, I'm gonna be like this. And then if I'm reckless like
her, I'm gonna
be like this. Or if I'm like this one, I'm gonna be. So it's either she takes a step back or she plunges herself into the deep end.
Exactly.
So she can look at the raging.
So what would
because men are animals, bro.
Some kids are
your advice to her the day they give her
the world is nice, mama. World is beautiful. Don't even get me wrong. Temptation is amazing.
But don't get lost. Like here's the thing. So
like that, don't get lost. I like that, but don't get lost. Don't get lost, but like he said it, but don't get lost.
Because here's the thing. Don't get lost. With me, ne?
Thank you.
You get me? Being stoked to, and sometimes even like in my high school, I would sneak and do things, you get me, and things. But here's one thing I would tell myself, look, you're going to do this. I mean, sometimes when I do this, like partying, I party to be happy, that's it. I make sure I stay out of trouble. Because sometimes you go to those places, you see people by shy and but sometimes, like, for me, this is just for a certain time. But there's gonna be a time where I'm gonna have a family. Some other things I have to stop. So when there's easy, okay, like this I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna in a time to go to ganja. So I need to do this. You're preparing yourself because like manje we are cooler. You go out. You know, okay, this one today I just wanna go maybe. Young Tolu maybe 11 and thing is and we discipline because you also like testing yourself. You get discipline because sometimes giving you freedom. Sometimes I feel like also with my dad I would say. It's also kind of like testing you. Okay, I'm going to Funuguya. Hamba, even though it's a 50-50 because you don't know are you going to get lost in the world or are you going to
so that when you come back they can advise you again.
Yeah, we can give you the day.
Because like, here's a dope thing now. Hands bang lunin. Things are this happens. Communication. That's what we wanted all along. You get me? Yes. And I feel like if most parents like just tell your kids save mkhulekele umntanakho and umtshele ukuthi if uyenza into eso and ngikutshelile ivar uyazi ukuthi it's your fault uwusingenisile because here's one thing I appreciate as long as you told us now it's up to you.
Yes.
Yangithola bakutshelile ungayenza into eso usenza wena
indaba many kids sizwa uvalo dog. Yabona mina many things.
I mean around one time
uvalo sees me because I think about it and I'm like hey. I'll do 1, 2, 3 and then next thing.
Mina ngenza uvalo ne, mara ngenza uvalo ukuthi abazali bami bazothini.
That's another way. That's another way.
And I don't like being conditioned. I like being advised.
No, menza ukuthi events kanje because
ukuthi mangenza abazali bazothi.
That's why mina angiphileli bantu. Yabona this year one thing I told my yo angipheleli bantu if you see me and things and you're like no but not you. Hey bro, I'm not Jesus Christ, I'm not God, I'm human too.
Yes.
I'm human too.
Yes.
If you want a role model, have your role model and things, but if you're gonna look at me as your role model, no good tomorrow I might disappoint you. I'm not God, I'm not perfect. So I don't want your people needing idolize and things like and then when this happens but we thought I'm like you. I'm human. Tomorrow I can do something. Tomorrow I can swear someone. It's your highway. Tomorrow I can fight. That's and things. And in the end, sometimes people they kind of like and think. But I'm just trying to say, I am not a role model. Don't idolize me. That's what I'm asking. You can appreciate my greatness, but don't idolize me. Don't make me your God.
Yeah, appreciate.
Because there's only one God. One God. Yes, because the one thing I wanted to emphasize. People are saying, we only live once, and they've been wanting me to do something for
it's the confirmation,
long, guys.
I mean, it's on the confession.
These are my confirmations. No, these are my confessions, guys. Guys, I'm gonna confess on the show, but like I pray you'll cut the clip out, but I don't care. There's a guy on episode 4,
Yeah.
Yeah, episode 4. And what other episode again? Episode
10.
10. You. I wonder the way you feel
And the
about that
future
girl.
episodes, cause he has a book.
I wonder that girl that she's talking about. Give me the way you feel about that girl with you, bruh. That fear you have of like, is it rejection? I don't know if it's rejection.
It is
I don't want to think
rejection.
about it. The thing is, if it was rejection, he would have been hurt already. She's been like kind of. So it's not rejection, nonetheless. It's just the hope of the not it happening, the thing never happening. I think that's the fear of it, but not the rejection nonetheless.
Yeah, the fear of
It's
it
not happening,
happening.
because sometimes you can reject something but accept it later.
Yeah, and it's like,
You
hey,
see,
but-
so that's what we're gonna do for you. But for me, it's like that kind of episode. Yo, I don't know. It's the same for you, bruh. And then me, if I say the name, people are going actually look
don't
for
say
the
the name,
name.
just say the
But
confirmation.
yeah, but that
confession.
I feel like leave it to the confirmation, guys.
Yeah, confirmation. We are.
I feel like
we are manifesting.
I feel like I've gotten to the point where I at this point I don't care what happens as long as I get to experience that mind.
If you die, you die.
So if I die, I die, because to be honest, you don't get to bump into a mind like that, like something like you.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah,
So for me, if I
be
tons
power,
and
that's fine.
opportunity.
Hence why I'm saying, Guti,
10 and
love motivates.
Then said, man, mama, love
see,
me
that's
was a
the-
lot to say.
That job, bro. Sometimes I will tell you, this is what I've always wanted. I'm not feeling great today. Gee, Usolona nami gee, spirit Sam. I'm like, yes, bro. I need that behind a man.
Yeah.
A woman is behind. She's dead. She's
Exactly.
dead, bro.
That's what young love is, guys.
Umbegada, bro. Like,
Understand?
Young man.
gee, I see myself better. I see myself doing other things. If unkulunkulu
I still haven't used the incense sticks. What? I used like 2, but then the other ones I'm still trying to keep because and for the fact that he remembered.
Because you see, right now, what she's saying, rejection, nani. Mina, when I had to share, because you know, when I share, I hate sharing you. I hate to share because I've become dumb. You get me? But I was like, look, I'm just hoping this doesn't ruin our ish. What we have. But like I just wanna take it out. Like no more alone. As long as me saying right. You get me? So I kept it. Because you know what she said? She was like, no, you know what? Let's just continue chilling. We'll see how everything goes.
I love things. I love things that unfold naturally.
Yeah, young son.
I don't need to
That's
say.
why I'm not.
I don't need to say, Nelejah, can you be my girlfriend?
Let
Let it be. I know niggas that ask you out have that voice.
Yeah, no, it's not even like that anymore. Now they're just like, awesome. I like that you're like, okay, no, good. They're saying, okay, and you're in a Maria's uyangithanda, mos. Uyangithanda.
Uphindile.
Phinde
uphindile futhi uloku ungitshela ukuthi uyangithanda ngaphe ngidinga umuntu ngapha.
Hey,
But it's fine.
Wow, uStinga.
Anyway, shout out to the issues fan. Shout out to the Riverleans.
we love you all, guys. We love you all.
Shout out to everyone that supported us for our events.
man.
Osoxy, all of y'all.
Socks, Sicelo, Chuck, Mr. Moses, Mr. Roger,
Chuck.
Mngane, Waka Bunda,
My father,
Chuck the gangster, our parents.
Mama,
your mother for allowing the sound in the house
Exactly.
that late.
Mama Spusiso.
Mama Kaspuso for the
Spusiso.
Makelon, Umaki.
And the food.
Yeah.
Brian,
Pastor
PD,
Brian.
Zuzu, Rita, Lesego,
Name, let's
fellas
go.
joined, Kevin, Oscar, all
Yes,
of you.
Gary.
Dog.
It was a big team, guys.
Dog.
Yo, guys, we
Thank you
love-
guys.
It was a big team.
To the DJs.
Lamza.
Pablo, Gennaro, Charlie 101, Steady 101, Spiritual 88, Master
Prodi.
Toto, Prodi, Javas, Dog.
Vinpin. Thanks for
Vinpin.
putting the control. Pena.
Even the guy that bashed us on his
Madrina.
Facebook story. Now we're-
Leslie. Lona.
Dinga.
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 Thank you, Dinga.
There's also one girl that I wanna thank, dog. There's this lady, ne? Her name is Zippo.
What's this? What's the
Zippo?
No. She lives.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, Lungi.
So this lady was like, I invited her to come. She was like, I won't make it. And then I told her, oh, dog, I'm stressing. Like she allowed she allowed herself to be my boxing thing because I was stressing. Do you know that I'm not there, but I'm stressing on behalf of you. That's your dog. Thank you for that. See, even it was a success. She was like, "How was it?" I'm like,
that girl was like, I'm guessing everything went well. I was like, oh fuck. Actually, guys, here's one thing. I'm trying. You know, when we get blessed, we forget very fast.
Yeah.
Like we forget very quick. That's how I'm like, yo,
I like how they came back to you. So how was it? I'm guessing everything
I was like so embarrassed, and I was like, no, I'm gonna tell you because I was still.
Yeah, I was that stressed, man.
You get me, and I'm like, but everything went well.
Shout out to all the people at large. Shout out to all the people. Abangaskangi problem.
Yes,
Shout out to you.
Shout out, no masongenile.
Now we hate our song game.
Yo, finish.
No,
Sorry.
Shall I stand or some laugh or whatever?
Okay. Can I start?
No shit, Sherlock.
You can start.
Ginga gupi wesana san Guyabanda fekaya so